demonstrate things physically, or you show body language that expresses your mental state. In other words, you're currently expressing the fact that you actually like the customer, and it's showing through in your body language. Congruency in your emotions is very important, because hiding what we feel and faking what we do causes the release of certain enzymes, the hormones, into our blood system that can cause great difficulty for us and stress us. So it's important that we're actually showing emotions as we think we are. It's very important that we actually regularly measure our performance emotionally as well as physically. So when it starts to talk about emotions, it's important that you remember that there's a lot of material that comes into setting your emotional state as part of a great sales routine. And you need to then reflect how well did you perform regularly over time to see what's happening. And if you have difficulties with yourself emotionally, go back to the foundation materials and look back at the areas of how to perform, how to posture yourself into the performance that is important for your sales presentation. How to get yourself feeling the right feelings before you go in and introduce yourself to customers. So the areas that we're going to look at is really something that I can't judge for you and no one else can, but it's something that you should regularly enjoy, and invest your time into when it comes to assessing yourself. First one is enjoyment. If you enjoy what you're doing, the people that you're with enjoy being with you. And it's highly conducive to good selling is to make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing. You need to make sure that you cover all the bases, that you're involved heavily in the conversation. The comprehensiveness of the communication needs to be assessed. You need to judge your own enthusiasm level. How enthusiastic did you feel? If afterwards you felt like you weren't particularly enthusiastic and it didn't go particularly well for you, you might want to look at that in future from there. On the other hand, if you're a little bit over enthusiastic and go barreling in and the thing doesn't go well because you mesmerize the people with your methodology of jumping on top of them. If you're too excited, then you need to tone it down a bit. You might want to look at the fact that you met or surpassed all of your objectives. Sometimes what happens is that I don't feel complete. I don't feel that I've completed things. And from an emotional sense, I walk out without everything having been solved for myself. And if I'm not solving everything for myself, then the customer is likely to not having had everything solved for them as well. You need to look at how well you empathize. Did you actually feel as though you felt the customer's feelings? If you didn't feel as though you felt the customer's feelings, then you may want to adapt your presentation style and try and get more into them. Watch more about what's happening with them and try and reflect more. Now, on the other hand, if somebody's stonewalling you and you didn't get that great feeling of empathy, was it down to your enthusiasm? So you need to go back and reflect on that. Comfort. How well did I feel? How comfortable was I? Did I walk in and was uncomfortable from the beginning, or did I gain comfort as I went in? Looking at and measuring your comfort level has a lot more to do with how you work from that point. Attitude. To me, attitude always means to lean forward. It's about presenting into this image, of what you're doing. It's really throwing yourself fully at something is your attitude. And it may not be about enthusiasm, but it is about attitude that you need to have, that you get your mindset ready to go into the communication with someone. Attitude often has to do with leading the conversation, making sure that you're in control. Whereas enthusiasm is all about you, attitude has a lot more to do with engaging with the other person. And then you've got showing concern. What did you do that truly showed the customer that you believed their point of view? How was that demonstrated? You got to reflect back on that and assess that after you've had a sales presentation to make sure that everything went well. Look, that's covering the emotional side of it, a little bit just to back up and reinforce materials that you may have already covered with me previously. In the meantime, if you should have any difficulty, please drop me an email. Do rate and comment on this video. Once again, my name is Ronald Hughes. This is Contact